that momentum going. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Manuel. He'll look downfield for Waller. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now here's Collins throwing on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Collins. Dancing to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Manuel. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll look to throw again. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Back to throw. Collins. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Collins. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing is Collins to throw on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On third down, Doyle. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Collins now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Collins looking to throw on 2nd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. On first down, Pollard. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He'll look downfield for Waller, and this is caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play there for the Raiders.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Looking to throw. Manuel. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw on 2nd down, Collins. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 44 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
95, Mike. Watch 95. Check tight end. Check tight.
Now Collins on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A handoff for Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A carry for Gibson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 53, Mike. Get the ball. 53's the Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Fights through and now a crease. Instead of the first, they'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a 1st down before they have to start their downs over again.
Here's Pollard again. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Las Vegas.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. 70 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They scared. Watch out.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Now a give here to Pollard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
First down at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And here's Collins on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So the completion good for 7 there.
And that's going to make it fourth down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Quarterback D-line. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. D-line, give that quarterback. Check 24, check 24.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Bang, bang, bang.
Here's Gibson on the read option. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Collins. That one caught by Gibson.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run here with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Throwing is Collins to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Collins now, off play action, sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Las Vegas, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll have a chance at redemption